This Alteryx Week challenge is all about avocados. So for each region and for each type, so we've got conventional and organic avocados. Then we've got all the data of each month of how much they sold in total volume, and then these three columns which are to do with the PLU codes. This is like the 4046 or the 4225, etc. So we've got all that information about different types of avocado and their total volume, and we just want to know what has had the biggest change from the first month of 2015 to March 2018. So basically, those are the only two rows that we're going to need. So I filter out either the first month of 2015 or the third month of 2018, get rid of all those unnecessary rows for our calculations. And then because we've got to calculate it for 4 different columns here, I thought it'd be easiest to get these all into one column rather than sort of doing 4 separate multi-row formula tools. So that's what I start doing here. So I get all the metrics down into one column, and then I get the years to be the headers for those values so that we don't need to use any multi-rows. We have everything that we need on the same row to calculate that percentage change. So that's exactly what I go ahead to do. So percentage change, the most recent value minus the previous value over the previous value gives you the percentage change there. And then I round it to 2 decimal places, so that's the 0.01 round bit, and I'm also multiplying it by 100 because that's just how their solution is coming out as well. I do a little bit of renaming as well, so for example, in our metrics we had that sum underscore ahead of all of the sort of either total volume or the PLU code. So just getting rid of that sum there, so making that a bit cleaner. And then we also need one to duplicate that column almost with a percentage sign, because for reshaping the data later. That rhymed, cool. So now we need to find out the maximum for each type of avocado, the maximum percentage change for each of the different PLU codes or total volumes. So we need to use a summarize tool, and we're grouping by the type and by the name, and we're finding the maximum percentage change, and then we're just joining that back in, making sure that we join on both the type and the name, and then the percentage change equal to the max percentage change. And that gives us all of our maximum values here. And then we just got a little bit of work to do to reshape this data to get it into the desired output, which is a row for each type, and then having the region and the percentage change in separate columns for each of the 4 different types of PLUs. So I do that by reshaping first of all, the names of each of those regions. So grouping by the type, having the name as the headers, so that's as you can see here, and having the region as the values. And then similarly for the percentage ones, just having the percentage values in here instead, and joining them back together on the type to give us our sort of longer table. And just reordering things manually in here to fit the desired output. Now you can see that our percentages disappeared unhelpfully, so we're just going to use a dynamic rename. I've just noticed though that is an issue with my total volume there, so I'm going to go away and fix that, probably use a little bit of regex to get rid of that first percentage sign, but in general, quite a straightforward challenge, so hopefully that was useful to you too. Thanks for listening.